We've all done it. We've all looked up into the night sky and wondered how those stars were made. How do they light up, and why do they twinkle when they are so far away? In this video, we'll take a closer look at how stars form, what they are made of, and how they warm their planets. From the earliest moments of the universe to the present day, stars have been shaping the cosmos and providing light to the planets that orbit them. Star formation started right after the Big Bang, as the universe expanded and cooled. A mixture of particles, including protons, neutrons, and electrons, came together to form the first atoms, mostly hydrogen and helium. Those atoms then began to clump together under the force of gravity, forming dense clouds of gas and dust. These clouds are known as nebulas. Inside nebulas, gravity causes the gas and dust to collapse and form dense cores. As the cores grow denser and hotter, nuclear fusion begins. Nuclear fusion is the process where atoms combine to form heavier atoms, releasing a tremendous amount of energy in the process. This almost unlimited energy is what powers stars, and is what Albert Einstein predicted with his famous equation, E equals mc squared. As nuclear fusion builds, the new sun's core grows even hotter. This in turn produces intense pressure and heat. The increasing energy pushes the surrounding gas and dust away, and the mass becomes a protostar. Once the protostar reaches a high enough temperature, nuclear fusion really ramps up, and a star is officially born. This stage of a star's life is known as the main sequence, where most of its energy is produced through the fusion of hydrogen into helium. This can last for billions of years, depending on the mass of the star. When a star forms, it is surrounded by a disk of gas and dust, known as a protoplanetary disk. These disks are formed from the leftover material that did not form the star, and are rich in the building blocks of planets, including dust, ice, and gas. The mid-plane of this region is the densest and coolest part, and it's where planet formation begins. This protoplanetary disk orbits the star, and after eons it slowly begins to cool and contract. Gravity causes small particles to come together and form larger and larger clumps, called planetesimals. These large clumps are then called planetary embryos, and they continue to grow by capturing more and more material from the disk, and by colliding with other embryos. When an embryo becomes massive enough, its gravity starts to hold onto gas and dust. Terrestrial planets like Earth and Mars form first, closer to the star, where the temperatures are higher and the materials are rockier. The process of forming a terrestrial planet is not well understood, but one of the most popular hypotheses is the core accretion model. According to this model, the cores of terrestrial planets form first by collecting rock and metal. After billions of years, a protoplanet eventually forms into a planet. Eventually, the protoplanetary disk dissipates, and the young solar system is left with its stable collection of planets. Gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn form farther out from the star, where it's much colder. These planets acquire their atmospheres by accreting volatile elements and water, and also by outgassing from the interior. These planets are massive. 700 Earths can fit into Saturn. They also have dozens of moons. Some remaining material can form a ring of debris around a star, as we see with the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud in our own solar system. Now you know how stars and planets form. This entire process takes billions of years. Eventually, the star will run out of hydrogen fuel, and the fusion will stop. This will cause the star to expand into a red giant, and then eventually it will collapse into a white dwarf. If the star is big enough, it will continue to fuse heavier elements, and eventually, it will explode as a supernova, creating new elements, which will be the seeds for new stars in the future. One more thing, I promised to tell you why stars twinkle in the night sky. Stars twinkle because of the Earth's atmosphere. The light from a star travels through the Earth's atmosphere, which is made up of different layers of gases and particles. These layers cause the light to bend and refract, which make the star's light appear to twinkle or flicker. Also, the movement of air currents in the atmosphere can cause the starlight to be scattered in different directions, adding to the twinkling effect. This effect is more noticeable for stars closer to the horizon compared to directly overhead, because their light has to travel through more of the atmosphere. You've learned a lot, but did you know that Earth has been hit by asteroids before? If you want to know what could happen to us if a giant asteroid smashes into the Earth, click on my next video. Thanks for watching. Until next time.